This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so welcome to today's Lunch and Learn with Qualzy. We have Ray Davis with us today. Some of you might know Paul instead from Qualzy, but Ray, I think how many years you've been there? Quite a few years.
Quite a few
And
years
what?
now, yeah, over 3 years. Um,
Yeah,
I vaguely know what I'm talking about now, so yeah.
brilliant. Okay, so just handing over to Ray. Hope you enjoy, everybody. If you have any questions, don't forget you can type them into the chat box.
Yes, perfect. Well, thank you guys for joining. I recognise a couple of the names, so it's lovely to. I was going to say see you all, but see your initials on the platform. So I think really just kind of today, I'm going to try and keep it as less kind of bombarding you with information and just kind of more of informal kind of like chat style stuff. But those of you who don't know Qualzy, we're an online qual platform, hence Qualzy. We can also do a bit of quant on there, but we're mainly well, kind of like old school qualies. Quality is kind of like a combination of about 20 years of development experience in the kind of market research world. Obviously, I haven't been part of that, but I've been a part of quality for the past 3 years. And my job is to essentially kind of make sure that everybody has all of the knowledge they need to use the platform, and also that everyone is happy. So hopefully you will leave this session happy and actually have some more information and knowledge. We do have a couple of updates coming up and a couple of new stuff that's added to the platform. So I'll kind of go through some of like the cool things and what kind of makes the platform sing. But first off, just kind of give you just a little bit of an idea of what the platform can do. Just share my screen. Apologies if you see a face. There we go. I'm just kind of going to go through just very basically and literally in 3 minutes, just a couple of activities in the user interface. So Qualzy is web-based, no apps, which makes it super easy for participants to get on. They just kind of click on a link and they're on, and also means that if something does go wrong, very rarely things go wrong, but sometimes it does. It means that we can really quickly kind of put up a fix, and we're not kind of bound by everything else. We have a whole range of activities, about 15 plus activities. Like I said, this is going to be like within 3 minutes, so I'm not going through every single one. But people can really kind of easily kind of engage with it. It's familiar. I can't spell hello. That's a good start to the day. We've got a nice social post activity which allows people to kind of just come in. They know what they're talking about. About 5 years ago, this was kind of posted as kind of like the love child of Instagram and Pinterest, but those have moved on massively. This kind of vaguely stayed the same. We kind of do also have some nice structured form activities where you can do things like ask long text questions, the old college favourite of writing a breakup letter or something to a product that they used to use, and some nice ranking as well. The main kind of activities that we are kind of trying to kind of like push at the moment, just because like we've got some great analysis, is the videos, basically, whether that's kind of uploading selfie videos or using our screen record activity to record their screen doing a shop or going through a website. All of this stuff is then transcribed in the back end, and we've got some great tools to kind of just make your life easier with it. Video is great, and I think it kind of really should kind of be used a lot more. It just kind of allows participants to say what they feel without having to kind of like think about what they're typing. They can just kind of ramble on, and trust me, participants can ramble on. I think we had a couple of 90-minute videos in a project beforehand, so participants can get a good hold of it. The only other thing that I will show in here is just a brand new one for us, which is, it's not really an activity, it's more of actually an engagement tool. And it's this it's this chat. It may conveniently or coincidentally look like WhatsApp. 100% not ripped off at all. It is all our own work, but it just allows participants to come in, just have a chat. You never know what you might get from this. I'm sure clients all the time kind of mention, oh, was something about this mentioned? And you're like, oh no, we never really kind of asked anything about it. But those things might actually kind of come up in a tool like this, where participants just kind of don't have to really do anything. They can just come on and log on when they want to. But the real reason that kind of we're here to speak with you today is to kind of like show off what we've been working on. Essentially, I think by now, or hopefully, you all kind of know ChatGPT. It's kind of all the rage, all the rage. Look, it's a new piece of technology that probably will kind of like change how we do things in the world, in all kind of like sectors of life. But really, for the market industry, Paul and Julian have been kind of tucked away in a little hole, trying to figure out how we can actually utilize this to make it easier for researchers to do, the big things, like the big thinking things, that's maybe sometimes the old kind of way of analysis kind of slowed that down. So really kind of trying to position ourselves as pain relievers for researchers, whether that's with our kind of like A-star support service. It just kind of like will hold your hand through absolutely everything, especially with ICG members. If you're an ICG member, then you get that free for your first project, and then it's £400 after that. But I'll repeat that again because everybody loves a free thing. If you're an ICG member, you get our lovely support for free. And then you carry that on if you need to, or you can just kind of build stuff yourself and then use this fun stuff all yourself. And the way that we have kind of implemented it to begin with is we're kind of doing, I guess, ChatGPT style as well, just very conversational analysis. Now, unfortunately, I wish I could show you that in action, but it's not quite there yet. But what I can show you is our data tools and video tools, and how you can kind of use that to kind of just dive a little bit deeper, but also just make your life a little bit easier. So first off, we have our response summaries. As you can see here, if I just click on this one, this is just a very quick summary of this whole post here. It's just kind of putting all of those questions down into one lovely sentence. This one kind of shows it off a little bit better. So we've got some kind of like quant style questions, and let's just put that into Qual for you. And it's brought out some direct quotes as well. So eventually, with all of this, you'll be able to ask it, kind of what are the pain points for people about electric cars. What did 18 to 25-year-olds say about such and such? So that's coming, but that's all I can say at the moment. Is it's coming. We also have a great entities section as well. Now, essentially, entities for us are just keywords that the platform has picked out, that maybe it kind of feels like, you kind of want to know the context of these type of things, and we can click on these and we can see exactly where a lot of these comments have been mentioned, and we can also see some nice sentiment analysis over that as well. And we also have something that kind of splits people 50-50, but we have a great word cloud version of it as well that is very much clickable and split down into positive and negative mentions. And the best thing that you can do here is you can really kind of filter a lot of this down, whether that's by form question, by kind of activity, or by person too. So that's kind of like the beauty of this. But what kind of are we kind of like aiming for? Well, kind of aiming for something that's worked well, hasn't it? That we have in video tools at the moment. So of course, in video tools, we have exactly the same thing in data tools, and that's that you can just pick out all of these keywords here. We can click on them, and then we can actually also play the actual clips of what's been said. So if I just kind of like scroll down, maybe I'll find a Tesla clip, and I go for this one, and I might like that clip there. So I'm going to click on create a clip, and then I can kind of go, okay, do I want the kind of context around that? So yep, that's great. I can save those changes, and I can add that to a chapter. Chapters mean that when it comes to creating a nice highlight reel, we can just drag and drop these things in there. So I'm just going to put brands I love. I'm going to save selection here, and that's all created in there for us. If I just head over to our build section, so the build section is where we can create some nice highlight reel editors. If I just click on this, here's one in true Precisa style that I made earlier. And as you can see, all we've done is dragged and dropped these chapters in here. We've added some nice kind of title slides. We can have many different title slides, so we can have some nice text around it, some nice titles that we can also kind of animate as well, and they can kind of like just really nicely come in and come out, and the clips can play. We then could just publish that out, really, really super simple, into SD or HD, and then you've got, you know, an absolute amazing highlight reel that you can send off to people that you've created in about 5 minutes. It's as easy as that. But I've purposely kind of left out the watch tab. Now, if I just come into the watch tab and actually just change this to all videos, there we go. So the watch tab kind of goes one step further than those kind of keywords. So it breaks everything down for you. It's got time-coded sentences. We can then search just on, we just want to see all the positive sentences that Victoria has mentioned, or maybe just want to see all the negative ones. And maybe I just want to see when Victoria's mentioned the word maintenance. If I come off that, maybe the word space. And these are some clips as well that we have created. And you can create them super simply by just clicking here and add that to a chapter. Call it brands I love as well. And we've added that in there. Or we also can do the highlighting again. So we can highlight over that. That was supposed to work. We can highlight over that. There we go. And then we can kind of build that clip out a bit. And of course, we can slow that right down. And so that it's actually kind of playing at a speed where we can hear everything too. I can see this transcript just as a normal transcript as well, and I can put some sentiment over it if I wanted to too. Now, the one thing that is worth knowing with video tools is that all our videos are transcribed, all our audio notes are transcribed, no matter what kind of video it is. It's all kind of like transcribed by a machine. Now, sometimes, you know, the machine might kind of throw out funny words if it's not kind of like 100% clear. Like I think someone down here for Mercedes, it's like messages or something. So sometimes you might need to edit it. You can do really easily in here. And we also do translate quite a number of languages. I'm not going to go through like which language it is, but if you had a kind of like a query of can you kind of translate this language, then just let me know and I can kind of tell you yes or no. Hopefully I'll be able to tell you yes. But if I just kind of go on to transcript summary here, now this is our kind of like first iteration of Qualzy AI, and if I just click here, there's hopefully going to actually work for us today. And it will summarize this transcript into 5 sentences for us, easy peasy. And then I can just kind of ask it some questions based on that. So I can kind of go pick out 3 key pain points. And it's going to pick out 3 key pain points for me. There we go. And then we can ask it to expand on each pain point as well. So that's what it's going to be like on a total kind of data set kind of basis that we're trying to do. Like I said, we're kind of aiming for pain reliever, and we're not aiming to take anybody's job away at all. We fully believe that, you know, nothing should be AI powered, it should be AI assisted. And it's there to help you not overtake anything at all. So if people are worried about that, then don't worry. It's not out here to do that at all. The other thing that we do have that, you know, you might find interesting is that within our kind of responses section, we do also have the ability to suggest some responses based off of AI. So, you know, if it's a Friday night and you're like, oh, I'm quite tired, we can kind of get AI to kind of go, okay, suggest me some responses, let's see what happens. This is great, this isn't great. So that's kind of in there at the moment because we're doing a big kind of research project ourselves on actually which is the better way of moderating. Is it kind of just fully human moderation, fully AI moderation, or something in between? Hopefully something in between is what we'll get, but we'll never know with these things. So that is kind of, I mean, I've barely shown off a lot of what Qualzy can do. I've just kind of shown off some of the cool stuff. But just to kind of really kind of like summarize Qualzy in a nutshell, we're a great online qual platform. The thing that sets us apart from anything else is our service, is our support team. We're very much kind of from the ilk of the, we're not kind of offering you a service and it's something you just pay for and you're never going to hear from us again. We want to kind of be a friend in some sort of way, be a partner, kind of help you out. If you have any questions, we're more than happy to talk things through, more than happy to sit on the call with you, build a project out. And of course, we offer some great participant support as well. So all your participants will have hopefully a nice, smooth experience when using the platform, as well as your observers. Free training is available. You've just got to ask. But we also kind of do quarterly send outs to kind of be like, hey, do you want some training? Book in, and you can book us in that way. But that's what we're working on. That's kind of what we're about. I'm not going to kind of ramble on too much longer. Does anybody have any questions? If nobody has any questions, then I might ramble on a bit more and show some other stuff. So I'm just going to stop sharing so I can actually see you guys. Hang on.
There's a question in the chat, Ray. A couple of questions. I can read them to you. I can't hear Ray. I don't know about other people.
I can't either.
No, we can't hear Ray.
No, didn't hear
Okay.
anything. Sorry.
Okay, Ray, can you hear us? Oh dear, just at question time. Okay, I'm hoping that your sound will come back on. Some really nice comments and plenty of questions.
Okay, I've sorted out the sound so I can answer all of your questions now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You'd think that, I work for a tech company and I can't even make my sound work. How did I end up here? But I can actually do my job. So first off, web-based tool, absolutely it works on mobiles. In fact, most participants actually complete a lot of the activities on mobiles. Some of the activities where it's kind of like card scoring or mood boards, we've kind of set it up in a way that is kind of a little bit different for mobile phones. So it's a little bit easier to use. So it's less kind of drag and drop and more kind of like placing things and clicking things. Videos can be filmed on the go. They can be filmed via the platform, or they can kind of go into a shop, just film a video and then upload it again. I don't know why I keep using shop as an example. They can go absolutely anywhere and do that. So you can also participate on the go. The setup of tasks and stuff is kind of really, really super simple. I'm just going to share my screen again. If I go into here. So all of the setup happens in here. As I said, it's super simple. Just ignore that these icons aren't quite showing at the moment. It's kind of like a demo fault. But you come in here and we've got all our nice kind of lines of activities, and then we just kind of go through the motions and set everything up in here. Like I said, we do have full training, so we can kind of train you on that and how to set up tasks, or you can ask one of our lovely support team to set up for you, and they'll create beautiful professional projects. Recruitment wise, we personally don't have a panel, but we do have recruitment partners. So we do offer a kind of like full service where we kind of utilize our moderation partners, our recruitment partners, our translation partners, just to kind of fully kind of get your project off the ground. AI wise, we have a demo on the 15th of March to quite a few people. So if it's not ready by then, we're going to look very, very silly. So we're hoping kind of March, middle of March, that everything is going to be fully sorted. And we're kind of going to make a bit of a sing and dance about it. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, it works in markets where network connections are a bit poor. We've done quite a lot in South America. We can also get through that great China firewall as well, so we can operate pretty much globally. I don't think there's a country at the moment that we can't operate in. Perhaps Russia, but that's we'll just leave that one. There are polling features alongside open-ended questions. Typically, what size projects in terms of respond on the platform? I'd say between about 30 and 60 is the sweet number, but you can have up to 200. You can have more than 200. You just kind of got to let us know because we need to just extend the database a bit. But 30 to 60 is absolutely the sweet spot for the platform. Any other questions at all? Thanks. No worries, Peter. Everyone's just saying thank you, which is great. Absolutely great. Thank you. So I will just very, very quickly, actually, if you guys want to know more, you can get in touch. I won't kind of keep you any longer on your lunch break.
Ray, did you want to mention the discount you're offering ICG members as well?
Yes, absolutely. Someone just asked a question. I've had tech difficulty with participants recently with outdated software. Any advice? Good question. If the software doesn't work, then unfortunately there's not really a lot that can be done. If something doesn't work, it's try a different device. But with our platform, all you need is a web browser, and most devices have that at the moment. So I think it should be okay. That's the only thing that I can offer you, Sean. ICG discount, we do have a lovely ICG discount, and that is free setup. So we'll kind of work with you really, really closely on your first project. We'll have some nice project launch calls to kind of make sure that you're utilizing the platform well, and some nice kind of like training to make sure that you can absolutely make your project a success. So if you are interested at all, then let me know. If I just come here. Oh, I did have a contact me slide. There we go.
You can always ask me, or details will be on the ICG website as well.
If you can, yep. Or that's my personal email address if you want to contact me, or you can search for me on LinkedIn. You can find me. If you want me, you will find me.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ray. That was brilliant, and thank you to everybody for coming along. As I said, I will circulate the recording. I've had a couple of messages from people that registered and couldn't attend, and I know others will want to see it, so I will do that very soon. And thanks so much, Ray. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Thanks everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.